Welcome to Tennessee Buck Outdoors. Today I'm going to show you how to make a s'mores crunch wrap. Stay tuned, I think you're going to like it. Okay, this is how you're going to make it. Now, we're going to start off with some flour tortillas. You want the flour, you don't want the corn. I'll get it out here in a minute, you know how I am. Then next, what you want to do is you're going to take some of your honey ground, your graham crackers, like you would a regular s'mores outside. You're going to put one of them down. Then, your old-fashioned Hershey bar. And this is nice and simple and easy. Now, you can use the smaller flour tortillas. You just have to break this in half. But since you're making a s'more, you might as well make a s'more. Of course, this one will roll in half, but that's okay. We'll put that one right there. Next, you can use these right here, or, whoop, look at there. I like using this for this right here. If you want it to really go on nice and easy, heat up a spoon or a butter knife. That way you can get it out easier and it'll spread. But I never listen to my own advice, which is obvious. So I'm going to put this one right here. Now you can put as much as you want on here. Okay, so we'll set this off to the side. And then we'll put this over this. And if it breaks, it breaks. Big deal. You want to center this back up. Then you just want to start folding. I think you can see what I'm doing here. Just folding it in on each other, on itself. And then just flip it over. Alright, now let's take it over to the stove. Now the first thing you want to do is you want to get your pan hot. Now I went ahead and melted butter. This is the real butter, not the fake butter. You know, when it says I can't believe it's not butter, I can. It's not butter. But I melted regular butter. Just pour you some in there. Like so. Whirl it around. Then take this and put it in there. Now, if this was a regular wrap, you'd want to put something heavy on it. You know, like either another skillet or if you got one of those presses. But since this is a s'more, we're going to keep it civil. And while it's doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit more butter on top. Now I've got my heat on medium-high, which is fine and dandy. It's fair enough. Of course, you can always check these two. That seems to be pretty good right there. Then we'll flip it, or try to. As you can see, well, we're going to flip this thing back until we get it right. I'm not a professional, people, so you know, that'd be the first place I take a bite, though. You just want to make sure it's real nice and held together. Like I said, I'm not perfect, neither are you, but we'll go with that. Now I can go ahead and start. Since I'm only going to make this one, I can go ahead and cut off my heat. Now you can do this outside on a griddle or in a griddle or that. There you go. Okay. Here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. It's obvious you see that it has melted. And there it is. So, there you have it. It's a nice little treat. Tell you the backstory of it. I was at the store. Of course, it's one of those cold, windy days, raining. And these kids was begging their mom for a s'more. They wanted to make s'mores. Of course, they couldn't go outside and make them, you know, traditional. So then I started thinking and come up with this. And yeah, every once in a while, you know, I get a good idea. But I did research it and saw where some people have been doing it also. Instead of using oil, I use butter because that way it'll enhance the flavor. But we're going to put on the old feed bag. And like I said, subscribe. If you don't have a YouTube channel, get one. Then you can subscribe. And then when you hit the like button, they'll know. It helps me out. Leave a comment, whether I'm doing good or bad. You know, I'm always welcome to comments, as long as you're nice about it. And, of course, ring the bell, do a little dance, and I'm going to sit back, even though I ain't supposed to. I'm going to enjoy this since I made it. So, like I always say, I'm going to put on the little feed bag. And this is Jeff for Tennessee Buck Outdoors, and we'll see you next time. Ooh. That's good.